Welcome to the BlizzShow, brought to you by New Wave Productions. I am Tom Terra. I'll be with you all season, where we're going to have a player sitting with us. We're going to talk about the games from last week, the games coming up, as well as personal things, as well as a player poll at the end. Today, we have forward number 10, Luke Aquaro, with us. Luke, thanks for being on.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
We got Luke here from Yardley, Pennsylvania. Luke, what is Yardley like? Is it a hockey community? Is it more centered toward another sport? What is Yardley like?
Well, I'd say where I'm from, it's not like we have one big city. It's like my little town is next to another little town, next to another little town. So where I live is like Bucks County. So I'd say we have a lot of hockey from where I'm from. We have rinks at reasonable distances. You can go to any team. We have all different divisions, A, AA, AAA. Yep. So, I mean, it's not as intense as it is here, but, I mean, it's all right for where I'm from.
Yeah, no question. I mean, Pennsylvania, obviously nowhere is Minnesota, but Pennsylvania is one of those states where it's not random, but it's just odd. It just became, it is a hockey state. There's a lot of hockey available in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, absolutely.
You come from a hockey community, obviously, in Yardley, but you ended up not playing high school hockey. You played for Ghost Prep for a little while, and then you went over and played for the Junior Flyers and Revolution. Why'd you choose playing for those teams instead of playing high school hockey?
Well, I played high school hockey, but it wasn't like high school hockey here. Like, you can play high school hockey and you can play club.
Okay.
So I did play high school hockey through senior year, but I had multiple different travel teams that I'd go to, so they kind of took up a lot of time. So
you were double dipping a little bit, in a good way. You're getting more reps, more experience.
Practice, the game. It was kind of a nightmare, but it was all part of the process. So
it's a lot of hockey. It's a lot of hockey. So you were in Brookings for a little bit last year with this Blizzard team for a little bit. You played 48 games last year.
Yeah.
I shouldn't undersell. You had 21 points in 48 games. What is St. Cloud like so far? And not to bash Brookings, but how is it different? What are the advantages of being in St. Cloud?
I feel like the hockey community, the community here is a lot more like intense with the sport. Like in Brookings, there weren't. Brookings was awesome. I loved it there, but like they didn't have the love for hockey as they do here. Like I feel like if you don't watch hockey, you don't play hockey. Like I don't know why you're living here.
Right, no, exactly. And at Brookings, it's a lot of jackrabbits,
yes,
that
absolutely.
stuff. And you guys have just started. Wait till it gets to pond hockey season, where go every single piece of water turns to ice, and there is a hockey net on it. It's crazy up here in St. Cloud. Who's your Billa family? Do you have any roommates right now, or is it just you with a family?
I am staying with the Billa coordinator. I'm staying with Erica and Jeff Boyd. But I don't have any other player with me. It's just me there, and they have 3 kids. So
that must be fun. How old are they?
Not
to put you on the spot, but
Christ. I think 11 through 17.
Okay, so they're older though. Yeah. You get along with them pretty well.
Yes, I get along with them very well.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's really good to hear. A little on the personal side, you're running away in the team polls with the biggest goof. The team's biggest goof. Are you proud of that? Do you think every team needs that guy that'll kind of lighten the mood a little bit?
Yeah. Like I love being the one that makes people laugh. I love the feeling when people laugh at what I say, and I don't know. I feel like I'm like one of the locker room guys that you kind of went in there that keeps things light, and it's not always like intense all the time.
Right.
So
in my opinion, that's kind of similar how I was when I was playing college sports, and every locker room needs that type of guy, because if you have a whole bunch of seriousness going around, it just kind of gets boring, dull. So you need to mix it up a little bit, and that's what you do for these guys. I've seen it, trust me, I've seen it. What do you like to do other than hockey? So when you don't have the laces on, when you don't have a stick in your hands, what do you like to do?
So growing up, I played like a variety of different sports. So it wasn't always just hockey. So I would play soccer, I wrestled, I sucked at baseball. But I mean, it all happened. But I mean, now it's kind of hockey's about the only thing that I do. I don't really do many other things because it just takes up so much time.
Right.
I mean, I like hanging out with the boys all the time, which gets you away from the ring and bonds the boys together. But that's about it.
Gotcha. And talk about that. you played other sports growing up than hockey. You said wrestling and soccer.
Yes.
Was that just you give it a go, or are those sports you really liked too, and hockey was just the better sport, and that's why you continued with that? Or how did that break down growing up playing those different sports?
It was always soccer and hockey went back and forth.
Okay.
And when I missed soccer for hockey, I'd get reamed by the coach, so I wouldn't get playing time, and it kind of just. Hockey was what I was better at, and wrestling was just kind of like a middle school thing. So I wrestled through 7th and 8th grade, but hockey was always the.
It's hard to be a multi-sport athlete in today's age when every coach wants you to specify. They want you to be live and breathe hockey or live and breathe soccer.
Exactly, like 100% one sport.
It's tough. It's tough, and I know a few people that went through high school that tried to juggle 3 sports and took a lot out of them. They don't even like, some of them don't even like sports anymore. So, I mean, more power to you trying to make that work. So,
yeah, I know, it was tough.
Obviously, hockey players, there's some gamers. Are you a gamer? What do you play when you game?
I'm a big Fortnite guy.
Yeah.
We have our squad that we play with.
Who's your squad?
It's usually me and Bell and Brock. We mix in. Maybe Brady.
Okay, and then the third person is rotating. You kind of give other people shots, see if they're up to the task.
Yeah, and if we're running away one day and we're winning a bunch of games, we'll stay with them for a couple days.
Has anyone said, "Oh, I'll play with you guys," and then they've done awful, been bad?
We've had a couple of those guys.
So. Oh, come on, give us one guy.
I'll be honest. Greener isn't the best player, but we give him a shot. We give him a shot, and he does pull off some miraculous stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
So we give him a shot. But
it's luck rather than skill. Is that what you're saying? All right. That's fair. That's fair. Who was your favorite hockey player growing up?
I always used to be number 68 for Yager. I was a big Yager fan, and then when I came here, I switched to 10 because I really got into liking Braden Shen when he played for the Flyers.
Okay.
So and I kind of just stuck with that.
Because you are a Flyer guy,
yes.
right?
Yep.
You like. Wow, I'm totally blanking out. The only guy I can think of is Peter Forsberg. Played for the Flyers.
I love Peter Forsberg. Yeah,
so you can't not like.
Jersey.
Oh yeah. So it's okay. It's a little bit better to be a Flyer fan than a Wild fan right now. So you're probably in the right situation. So, taking hockey aside, who's your hero? Who's your idol and hero growing up through your life thus far?
I'd have to say my dad because he kind of got me into everything, and he's always kind of been there. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about my mom. My mom was there too.
I know, yeah.
My mom was there too. But my dad is always, no matter what, he's been hard on me like any other dad. But he kind of makes sure that I don't give up, and I always kind of have that drive to be better every day. And I want to be big and strong like him one day.
Yeah. You're getting there. I think you're getting there, Luke. I think you're getting there. What is your most memorable hockey moment of your life thus far? What's the moment you look to? And it could be even now I'm playing big boy hockey moment. What's your most memorable moment playing the sport?
I have a couple. I feel like high school we won our Flyers Cup my junior year, and I feel like that was. I mean, we won state the years before, but I wasn't a big contributor in that one.
Right.
Junior year we won Flyers Cup, and that was kind of a big thing for us, and we did it with all our schoolmates because we were a 400 kids, and it was only all boys school. Okay. It was a Catholic school, so we kind of were like a tight little family.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But also, I think more recent, my first goal ever. Yeah. It was in Showcase last year against Wilkes-Barre, and I try to play it off after I scored. I do this all the time, but underneath everything, I was jumping out of my skin.
That was your welcome to the NAHL moment a little bit. So.
Yep.
Awesome. That's awesome to hear. We'll head to some breakdown of the games, especially from last week. You played in one of the games last week, 2 total last week against Cloquet, a 3-2 nail biter on Wednesday night, and then a 5-1 loss up in Bismarck. That was a 5-1 loss, but it was a very close hockey game for about 2.5 periods. Like I said, we were playing really good hockey for 2.5 periods up in Bismarck. What happened in the third? What happened with the unraveling of those 3 goals within a few minutes of each other?
Well, it started out the first couple shifts. We kind of came out a little bit flat, so they jumped on us. I think they put a couple in the first 5 minutes, but we battled hard the rest of the game. The whole second period, it was one of the better hockey periods that we played.
It really was.
But then in the third, we were kind of dropping like flies. We had a couple guys get injured, and by the end of the game, we maybe had 8 or 7 forwards just trying to battle, and it was tough. But we kind of got in a little bit of penalty trouble, and it kind of screwed us over a little bit. So they put a couple of power play goals in. And,
No, yeah, I totally agree with you. It looked like we were playing really, really good hockey up until that third period. And obviously, Green, Ward, they're back skating at practice, healthy right now. But they dropped in the middle of that in the third period. And then you had a few other guys that were out for various other reasons.
Yeah.
It was just like, we wish we could just have that period back, everyone healthy. Because I think we could have came out with a W up there in Bismarck.
Yeah,
we'll get another chance, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
We'll get some more chances this weekend. Is there a feeling in the locker room right now that we are close to getting a W every weekend, splitting weekends, or even getting some sweeps against these teams in the Central?
Absolutely. I've never seen a team so happy to get back on the ice and wanting to get better and better each day. And Coach keeps pushing us, and he's staying positive with us. And he knows that we can be one of the best teams in the league, and he's going to keep pushing until we get there. So I think we got a good shot, especially when we start stringing a couple together. Everything's going to fall in place. And
get that one, it really could be a snowball effect where it's just going down the hill. How do we play? Coach talked about this before. How do you play as a team a complete game? What does it take to play consistent hockey through full 3 periods?
We kind of stray from, when things aren't going right, we kind of stray from doing what we are doing in practice, the
system.
We stray from structure.
Yep.
And when everybody starts doing, if one person starts doing their own thing, it kind of throws off the other 4 guys, and then that's where we get all confused, and they can throw one shift could be bad, and then you start to change your game, and that's when it screws everybody else up.
Right. So it's everyone doing their job, and if everyone's doing their job, we're going to play the same way all night. But it's people going rogue, doing their own thing, type of thing.
Yeah, it's knowing your role and doing what you can do each shift, one shift at a time until we get to the end.
Absolutely. We'll talk about next week games now. We are going to be up in Bismarck this weekend, Friday and Saturday. We'll have game 2 on Friday of a 5-game series against these Bobcats. It got chippy last Saturday. It did at the end of that game on Saturday. How do you balance standing up for yourself, standing up for your teammates, while also trying to win a hockey game?
The thing that's, I think, going to help us out is they kind of look down on us right now because they're being able to beat up on us because we're losing so many guys, and it's tough. But when we come, I'm telling you, this weekend is going to be a good weekend because we're going to finish off this series playing hard. We're going to win a couple games at least, and it'll be a good weekend this weekend. Good.
I really hope so too. I think everyone does. I ask this question pretty much at the end of every one of these interviews. What has Coach Mantha's message been to the team at practice this week, running up to the games weekends?
This week it's kind of keep rehearsing. Today we got a couple guys out, a couple guys still injured, so it gave some guys more reps than we usually get. So being able to just keep going over our forecheck in the neutral zone, our forecheck in the offensive zone, breakouts, everything, it gives everybody to get back into the flow of things, and he wants to keep everybody learning the structures more and more, so we don't have any more confusion.
Absolutely, I love it. So we'll head to the fun part now. It's the fun part for the players, the player polls. We'll start from the top here. Luke Aquaro, you know the drill. No one-word answers. You got to explain everything. Right. So we'll start out. Who's the biggest ladies' man on the team?
I think we got a couple, but I'd say it's kind of a toss-up between Owen and I think Greener.
Greener?
Greener's a ladies' man. Not when he has his mustache, but but I think Owen and Greener, I don't know. Is there any way we can split that between them?
Yeah, you're going to have to. I'll give it to you. Right. Fine, I'll give it to you.
They're
I'm not going to hand out too many of these splits, so don't get used to it.
All right.
Who's the best gamer on the team? It's obviously not Greener.
No, it's not Greener. It's not Suki, but I think that Owen is probably the best.
Owen, Belly, okay.
Owen's good.
Who's the most responsible? Who's the dad of the team?
Ah, buddy.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's I almost might just take it out
Yeah, I don't
of
think
this
everybody's gonna say that.
and then just give him the award at the end of the season. So, who is the biggest nerd on the team?
Everybody says O'Neal.
Because it doesn't have to be exactly the smartest person. I'm thinking more like in the realm of who's like Marvel, Star Wars, like.
O'Neal's kind of like mysterious, but like him and Gazzer are both kind of like dorks.
Okay.
So I'd still give it to O'Neal, but Gazzer's up there.
Okay, O'Neal with the honorable mention to
Yeah.
Gas. All right. Who's got the best hair on the team?
That's a tough one. Wardo's got something. I don't know what he's got. But he's got something. But you can give it to Wardo.
Ward, all right.
Yeah, he's kind of got like spaghetti hair, but we'll give it to him.
Who's got the best style, the best fashion on the team? I mean, you're wearing that jacket right now. Is that stylish? I don't know.
Maybe a little bit, but I think one of the most stylish guys, Brady.
Bjork?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, he's got some style. Notre Dame kid, he's got some
He's
style.
got the most style, probably.
Yeah. Who's the team goon, the fighter, the big hitter? Who's the team goon?
Brock's looking like he is now.
Yeah,
I mean, it used to be Rock. I mean, I'm still gonna give it to Rocco, but
Brock put his
Brock's
name in the
up there.
hat with that fight in close.
Yeah,
He put his name in the hat.
That was
that's for
incredible.
Sure. Wow. Who's the locker room clown? Biggest goof? All right, you're gonna give it to yourself. Fair.
Yeah.
You can vote for yourself. Yeah.
I'm hilarious. Just ask me.
Who's got the worst taste in music?
I'd say it's not like it's a terrible taste in music, but I don't like when Bud's on. 'Cause all he does is play country. Country's
That's
all
how
right.
Bud is. He's a country guy through and through.
But if I'm like, I'm usually the aux guy in the locker room, so like I hate when I'm not a big fan of like when other people hop on there.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
So, but Bud usually hops on there, plays country. It's not terrible, but
It's not exactly pump up music,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
It's not. I like country music, but I'm not going to listen to it before a game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we'll take Bud for that one. Who's got the best shot on the team?
I think Owen. Owen's got a missile.
Owen's got a missile.
Yeah.
All right. Easy enough. Who has the best handles?
Hands. Neil's got sneaky hands. Gaz has sneaky hands. Greener, Brady. Everybody's got some decent hands, but I guess we're just gonna give it to O'Neal. O'Neal's got
Some sneaky hands.
yeah,
All right.
he's pretty good.
Who's the fastest skater?
Brock. He doesn't show it all the time.
Is that
but
because of that one film session again?
No, if he flicks like in the middle of a play, he'll just flick a switch, and it's like he just darts down the ice. I don't understand how he does it, but
Yeah.
I'd say when he gets going, he's the quickest.
All right. All right. Who's got the best nickname on the team?
Bud. I gave Buddy like two different. I call him Butter, or I call him
Butter.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Like the first day I met him, I was like, "Do you mind if I call you Buddy?" And he's like, "I mean, I guess." So
Yeah,
the guy
that'll
just stuck.
okay, yeah.
But I said Butter once this year because you just add an ER like Greener. So I added Butter. And
That's what
I
I've
guess it kinda
learned.
stuck.
I've learned is hockey players are simple about their nicknames.
It's either a
you either
Y
put
or
a
an
Y
ER.
or an ER.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it is. So, all right, we'll give that one to Bud then. Who is the worst singer on the team?
Worst singer.
I mean, you get people throwing their pipes out there when they're in the locker room, jamming out. And you have the rookies singing. That's part of the rookie thing. So, who's the worst singer?
We've had Rookie Idol before on the bus, but who is the worst singer? I don't know. Can we come back to that one? I gotta think about it. Let me just think about it for a
Back
second.
of your head. Who's the biggest trash talker?
Probably Rocco.
Rocco. Okay, if Rocco's does it the most, who's actually the best trash talker? Is it Rocco too? If it is, that's fine. But I'm just curious.
He chirps a lot, but I mean like. I like to chirp, but since I got a bubble on, no one can really fight me. So it kind of gives me like a free pass. But Rocco, I think he's a trash talker on the team.
All right, fair. Who's got the cleanest locker?
Cleanest. Probably Green.
Green.
Yeah,
He's got to clean
Green's
it.
pretty
Clean.
good.
He's got to
Make sure that everybody else's is clean too.
Right. Who has got the dirtiest locker on the team?
it's not like it's dirty. Like I sit on the end and O'Neal sits right next to me. But we did this player evaluation thing a little bit ago, and he folded the paper up, and it's just been sitting in the stall on the bench for the past week and a half, and it's just been pissing me off so much. I'm waiting for the day that he actually picks it up, but that's just irking me. So we're gonna have to give it to him.
Do we need intervention about that piece of paper?
We're gonna need to figure something out.
All right,
I'm waiting for him to do it. I'm not doing it.
We'll go back to worst singer. Do you got someone in mind?
We have some pretty bad singers too. We'll say Rocco.
Rocco is...
He doesn't sing a lot, but when he sings or he'll rap, throws it for a loop.
A little cringy.
Throws it for a loop. But it's fine.
Right. That'll about wrap up this Blizz show. Luke, thanks for being on again. It was fun.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
No problem. We'll be back next week with another St. Cloud Blizzard player. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.